Alright, so today we're going to learn how to use 3D layers in After Effects. Note that this is different than you actually using Cinema 4D or implementing any other 3D objects into After Effects. This is even more basic. This is how to work with 3D layers in After Effects. So I hope you guys can see my square here. It's just a normal square, nothing much happening to it, except I have this box here turned on. If you don't see it, go ahead and press your toggle switches. It's probably there. And what this does is, now that when you press your position or your rotation or your scale options, you'll see that there's another axis here, which is the Z axis. So now rather than just moving on the X and the Y axis, you can also move forwards and backwards, which is cool. Of course, you can't really see much right now, but it's gonna be a bit clearer when I rotate it. It's rotating on the Y axis, the X axis, also the Z axis. So although it's a bit heavier than like doing normal 2D, 3D layers actually helps you solve a couple of animation problems that you might face. Let's say I have something in the middle of the screen and I'm supposed to make an object orbit around that initial object in the screen. You know what? I'm just gonna do it now. So the square is gonna be the pivot point. And then, you know, I'm gonna put a circle to go around it. So in a normal 2D workflow, what you're gonna do is perhaps you will try to just move this from the right to the left. Okay. And then you have to also play around with the size. So if it's here, it should be farther away, therefore smaller. And then, yeah, same thing over here. Once it reaches the middle, it's probably gonna be a bit closer to the screen. I mean, that's not the best example, but you get what I mean, right? Like if you had to mimic a 3D animation of a circle, you probably have to play around with these kinds of animation techniques. But with 3D layers, you can just forget about that because it even has like multiple camera views here. I'm just gonna turn on the top view. Okay. Alright, so now we have the top view and this is the square. And the thing on the right here is the circle. You see the views on top is corresponding to the top view here. So now I'll just pick the circle and try to make the anchor point in the middle. As you can see here, now it's in the middle. And from here on out, I just have to rotate the thing around. So for 3 seconds, it's gonna turn around once. So if you see here, it's already rotating. You don't have to manually keyframe everything, you know. So if you go back to the active camera and press play, it's spinning around the square. So yeah, that's why I think you should use 3D layers instead of doing everything manually in 2D. In certain cases, it's just easier to do it this way. So here's another example I'm going to show you guys. For starters, if you want to practice 3D layers, I suggest using a map. So just get any map on Google, turn on your 3D layers, and rather than just showing a normal map montage flatly like this, you can just like try to twist it over to the side. So you can try to angle it a bit. Just take your time until you have find the right angle that suits you. And in this case, please get a bigger map. So from here, you can just animate the map however you like. I try to make it so that it's just moving from A to B, nothing much. Like so. I think that's more interesting than just showing a map like on a flat lane. So normally at this point, this is where all my arrows would go, any like location points. It just works better in a 3D map compared to 2D map. And there you go. That's how you use 3D layers in After Effects. So I hope it has helped you guys a bit. Yeah, if you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel yet, please do. We have tons and tons of tutorials coming up. Please give this video a like as well. Stay tuned for more tutorials and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!